I'm back. Everyone's been dying for the return, I'm sure. So, here I am. The hair's gotten a little longer. I'm wearing a Harley Davidson hoodie this time. Yeah, Harley Davidson. Alright, been dying to stream, but school, band, archery, taking up stuff like that, so, well, didn't take up school. Didn't have much of a choice, you know? Uh, but archery, I decided to join the archery team for my school. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't get to do much because, well, after school, directly after school, because school ends at 3:08 and archery practice starts at 3:30, ends at 4:30. I get home at about 4:45, showers, dinner, and then try and enjoy myself with some video games. So don't get much time if I want to stream on those days, but I really do like streaming, so I'm happy I'm back. But let's jump right into this. As we all know, Venom is who we love the most on this channel. This was actually an early gift for Christmas from my Aunt Marcy. And can't tell, it's Venom Lethal Protector. And it's a comic book cover. And right here it says it's not their final battle, but it might just be their greatest. Really like it. It is 13 by 19 inches, so decent size. A little bigger than my torso, so that's cool. And, gotta love where it says Venom all the way across. Really like it. It's made in China. But it's a pretty cool design, especially because of the way, like, Spidey's practically expressionless face, I should say, not faceless expression. Not how that works. That's worded. Except for his eyes, which are just kind of wide open, and you got Venom, who looks like he's been going on a rampage, and then after he got home, he realized that someone didn't separate the heads from the bodies, didn't put them all in the same corner rather than separating them in heads in this corner, bodies in this one over here. So heads over here, bodies over here. That's a Venom movie reference. From when he first merged with Eddie Brock. But the rest of this video is actually not Venom related. Very sad, I know. But gotta enjoy this. Probably my favorite piece that I'm going to be showing off today, but the other two are actually Funko related. But again, not Venom related. One has to do with the TV show, and the other has to do with the video game. One that just got its, I guess, counterpart recently. A lot of hype with it, and so I found the one Funko at Discreet Play, and the other one I don't think I've shown, but it was a gift from LBD. And anyone who doesn't know who LBD is, LBD Prophecy is his YouTube. Or I think this was a gift from him. And he also goes on streams with the Funko Illuminati. But I think we all know him, so no real reason to tell everyone who he is. But yeah, no. So this will just kind of set right here, probably in the background for a few videos because I like it and I don't really have much place to put it. I could put it over that hole there. Hate that hole. And I don't like the fact that it's in the video, but I'd have to put a nail in the wall first. And with that, I'm not sure where would be a good spot for this. nail in this drywall or plaster. I don't know. Not really that good with it, but with how loose the drywall or plaster or whatever it is on the inside is with that hole, I'm not sure it would be safe to put a nail through it to try and hang something because it's not super heavy, but drywall isn't a super solid material. A nail will crack the drywall, so I'd have to find a stud, but I don't think there are any studs because if you look closely, that hole is hollow, and that's because there's a closet there. And I need a stud to put a nail in, but I don't have any studs to put a nail in because that's a closet. So I think that idea is out of the question, but I like the idea. But like I said, drywall is not the sturdiest material of all time. A nail would most likely crack it if not put in properly. And despite this being relatively light, not sure if cracked drywall is the best place for it. But enough about that. Really cool. And so, yeah, really like it. But enough about that. We're moving on to the next item. And it's Baby Yoda. Or, as this says, Grogu. But I like Baby Yoda better. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this one was a gift from LVD. I have a singular problem with it. And that is that it shows Baby Yoda's teeth. Might be a little hard to see. But he shows his teeth, and I don't like that because his teeth are kind of jagged, and so it's like, why would you give such a cute and precious little thing jagged teeth? I mean, sure, he doesn't have parents to tell him to brush them or anything, but still. Why? But this is a Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade Funko, and with this one, the box is in relatively good condition. There is a little bit of like missing or like chipped part somewhere around here. It won't be visible on camera, unfortunately. That's the biggest problem with this one. Then there's a little spot like right here that happens to be like kind of just barely peeled up. I don't like it. But again, probably not going to be visible on stream all that well. Oh, maybe. I don't know. And then finally, one of these corners is a little bent up, like it's this front corner. I'm not sure if that one's going to be too visible on stream either, but I'm going to try. My hands aren't very steady. But yeah, no. Box is in relatively good condition other than those three spots. And again, biggest issue with this Funko is the fact that they gave him teeth. I don't like it. But I like how he's using the Force to hold his little control knob that he always got in trouble for playing with. But now he's just kind of using the Force on it. Although I still think that every Grogu or Baby Yoda Funko Pop should have little specks of white on here, because in the show he does have little white hairs like on the top of his head, and I don't like the fact that they gave him teeth but not his hair. I have an issue with that. So, two biggest issues are the teeth instead of hair. So I guess that's one issue, but still. And if I'm not mistaken, like most other Star Wars pops, I believe this is a bobblehead, I want to say. Yes, okay. Yeah, this is a bobblehead, so Not the greatest for out of package because the head could fall off, which, I mean, I guess you can do that with any normal pop too. So that doesn't really prove my point, but easier to fall off, I should say. Or could get pulled off by children, but I'm not sure why you'd let your Funko collection around children. Anyway, not important. But I do really like this Grogu / Baby Yoda / the child / whatever the heck you call it. And so, yeah, no, it's probably one of my favorite in my collection of Baby Yodas. And so, because I've got quite a few, I think I've got the majority of them. But I won't really talk about the ones that I haven't already shown because, well, then there would be no point in revealing them because you could go to the Funko app or even just go to like PPG and wouldn't really be much of a reveal if you knew what the pop was. I mean, I guess it would be, but if I told you everything in my collection, there'd be no point in continuing this live streaming series. So, not talking about the rest. Anyway, definitely one of my favorite Funkos, and I am very thankful for LBD getting this for me. I want to say it was maybe last year that I got this. But yeah, no, probably one of my favorite pops in the collection of Baby Yodas because I have been collecting quite a few Venom, and I think everyone knows that because, you know, Venom is my primary focus on here. If you couldn't tell by the intro with him, and, you know, the person I said the one that we love the most on this channel or something like that. I don't remember. If I had an editor, I would say play it back, but I don't. So, and also I don't think you can play it back on a live stream either. Actually, I don't think. I know. Not until after the video is posted, and I think I'd have to take the video down, use it, and then repost it as pre-recorded footage after editing it. But I don't remember what I said. Not important though. So yep, we're gonna put him back here as well. Maybe he'll sit on Venom's head. Nope. All right, I'm gonna go right in front of Venom. Here, see it too well. But the last one, like I said, does have to do with a video game getting a not really counterpart, maybe a sequel, I guess. Well, it's not the it's the second one, but it's not the second. It's not from the second one. Overwatch. Overwatch just got the second form or second game, and when I was at this replay recently, I got Ana, and the main reason I got Ana, not a different character like Tracer, because I know they had Tracer, and I want to say they had Sombra as well. But the main reason I got Ana is because right at that time I had started using Ana as my support while playing Overwatch 2 on my PS4, and so I chose Ana for the Funko, and also it was like the cheapest one, and I'm broke. It costs $7.99, but I think the PPG is like $8.50 or something like that. The box is in pretty good condition, but because it was from Disc Replay, there bound to be a little bit of damage or stuff like that. But honestly, I haven't really found too many issues with the box. Honestly, I haven't really found any. I looked at the box in the store, and it was in really good quality, and so I decided to get that. That's another factor I took into it. But I actually ended up buying this pop with my own money. But here on the back, we can see all the other pops that this one kind of fits in with. Genji, Hanzo, Torbjorn, or whatever his name is, Doomfist, and Orisa. And one of my favorite things is on his little sniper. It might be a little hard to see because of my phone reflecting. That's my biggest issue with this box. If it's not on something solidly flat, the bottom will come open, but I think I got the sniper in a decent shot there. But for anyone who doesn't play Overwatch or doesn't know what Overwatch is, or who Ana is for that matter, Ana is a support. There's 3 different types of why am I blanking? There's 3 different types of characters you can play. There's defense, or not defense, tanks, who, well, by their name, kind of self-explanatory. They have a lot of health, but usually their damage isn't that great. Most of them anyway. But their job is to guard the team, and that's Orisa and Doomfist on here. Genji, Hanzo, and Torbjorn. They're actually all DPS, which I believe stands for damage per second. But based off of what I just said, damage per second, that should immediately tell you that these are the kind of attack or the assault unit. So you've got the defense unit, the assault unit, and then you've got the supports, which is actually what they're called. So support heroes. Can you guess which one this character falls into? If not, I'll tell you in about 3 seconds. It's support. Now, Ana actually can also kind of double as a ranged support, because most of the supports don't have very good range. Usually it's the DPS that have great range, but Ana doesn't have high damage, unfortunately, but her sniper allows her to snipe, obviously. So it kind of helps a little bit, and she can also put people to sleep, which I think is kind of funny because I didn't do a very good job portraying this with the Funko, but I can kind of see why. Ana in the games has bags under her eyes because she's a little older, and she also has a daughter. I want to say Ana's like in her 40s or 50s because her daughter appears to be in her 20s. So I would assume 40s or 50s, but I don't know exactly. But this is the last thing I'm showing in this stream, unfortunately. Very sad because, well, just came back and the stream's only about 20 minutes long. But at the time, well, not really at the time, Ana was who I was forced to play because people took my favorite DPS or support. My favorite DPS is actually on the back of this box, and it's Genji right there. He's kind of a robot. He has a really cool sword, katana, I believe. But anyway, he's my favorite DPS. And my favorite support is Lucio or something. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I can never remember. But they're the popular characters, so I was stuck with Ana and realized that she's decent. So I started to use her instead of the other characters that I'd normally use. And I wasn't really a big fan of tanks because the enemy team always had a bunch of tanks, and you'd see because I'm into playing randoms. So you just get a random character, and every time you die, you get a new one. So you never know. You could get a tank one round and do really good, but the moment you die, you could get, I don't know, let me think of a really bad support. Maybe so my favorite tank is probably Roadhog. He has like a hook. So usually when I have him, I do pretty good. My least favorite support would probably have to be someone like Moira, but that's not playing because I enjoy playing her. I hate going up against her. So I'll say for bad support, I'll say Lucio. I didn't use him as a support. I used him as a DPS. Because he has a speed boost and he has a regeneration thing, but I didn't really realize how useful the regeneration was. So I always used him for his speed and gave my teammates the speed boost as well. But he's a lot faster than pretty much all the other characters, except for maybe Tracer because he's really fast. But you could go from playing Roadhog 1 second and then playing Lucio the next. But whenever I'd get Ana, I would usually knock out the tank on the enemy team, and if they had multiple, I would just knock out the most annoying one. Like, I would say one of the most annoying tanks to go up with against is probably Reinhardt, because he has a shield that has 1200 health, then he himself has like 650 or so. And so altogether, you have to go up against this beast with 1850 health. Not fun to go up against. So if you can knock him out from, like, let's say, an angle where his shield doesn't cover him, because his shield only blocks, so much. It blocks just maybe, if I had to guess, Reinhardt's probably about 6 foot tall. So he's 6 foot tall, and his shield blocks, if I had to guess, maybe a 12-foot radius in front of him, and then it's roughly 6 foot tall, if I had to guess. So it's a pretty big shield, but it only covers like the front and a slight curve to the side. So behind or in front is a really good spot to attack Reinhardt from while playing Ana. The one thing I do dislike about playing Ana in the games is her sleep dart can go from lasting for 5 seconds to 1. And it's completely random. She gets her sleep dart every like 15 seconds, and you never know if your sleep dart's gonna go, if it's gonna hit them, like, sleep dart coming in, and they're right back to fighting you, which sucks because as a support, she doesn't have good health. She has, I want to say, just under 200 or just above it. But as a support, she's not going to go up against a tank or a DPS, because DPS usually have some form of mobility. She has none. So, or you could get really unlucky, and it could last a long time, like 5 seconds, which normally would be a good thing. But the reason I say get unlucky with that is you could end up nailing a useless character on the enemy team, like a useless player, and then everyone on your team could get destroyed by everyone else on the team when you could have stopped one of those guys and probably won the fight. So that's more of an aim issue rather than the random part, but 5 seconds on any character, whether it be DPS or tank, is usually really good, but it all depends on the player you hit. But anyway, enough with that. Ana is a pretty good character overall. She also has like a little, because she's a support, she can heal. So she can heal her team, but if she hits the other team with her little healing ability, it actually almost is like the plague, I would say, or sickness, where it like slowly decreases their health by a little bit and then goes away after a little while. So she's pretty cool. The Funko did a really good job designing it. The detail in her hair is pretty nice. Might be hard to see on stream. I don't think it's even going to be possible to see on stream, but it's pretty good. And her eye patch is also really awesome. And the way they designed her sniper, if I'm not mistaken, they've got it so that she's just kind of got a good hold on it, but not to where it could accidentally go off if it was real. But she's also got like two of her little sleep darts, like kind of about here. They won't be visible on stream, unfortunately, because they are like really small, unfortunately. But it's a really cool pop. But I'm gonna end the stream here. It was fun. Happy to be back. I just posted a YouTube short on my channel. I don't remember when I posted it, honestly. But I posted it because there were people who were saying that someone copied it. Because here's what happened. So it was made by someone named Nutshell Animations. Then someone took the video, screen recorded, and reposted it, tagging Nutshell, and giving them credit for the video. Then the guy who posted it, who kept getting like copier comments, people who were just calling him a copycat and saying that he copied from a copier in the first place and yada yada yada, said he was sitting there getting bullied, and it was irritating me because he not only one did he credit Nutshell, he like tagged him to let people know that it was Nutshells and that he didn't copy. Well, copied, but he gave credit, which usually is the only thing people ever care about. But apparently that's not good enough anymore. But then he was, but then it was irritating me, and he also had the trend to keep it going. And because it was screen recorded, you could see the other people's like YouTube channels and whatnot. So that's why people said copied from a copier and whatnot. And so I commented and said that he didn't copy. He reposted, had that credited Nutshell, and had a hashtag called, and it was hashtag keep it going, to continuously have a train of reposts until it stopped. And so that's what I did. I kept it going. Did the same thing he did. Tagged Nutshell, and then put the hashtag keep it going. That was the last thing I wanted to say. Oh wait, hold on. Not last thing. I think there's a link to my merch in my about section. I don't remember. I think I linked it a while ago. I want to say I said something about it in my second stream, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I linked it. So that's the last thing I wanted to say. Go check it out if you feel like it. I don't really care. So that's all I wanted to say. Love you guys. Bye.